You welcome U.S. coins 1943. When we think of coin collecting, many of us picture rare, shiny treasures from the past, coins that have stood the test of time and have become valuable pieces of history. Among these, the United States quarter dollar from 1965 holds a special place, both in the history of American currency and in the world of coin collectors. This coin may look like just another regular quarter to most, but beneath its surface, it has the potential to be worth much more than its face value. To understand why the 1965 quarter is so valuable, we have to first look at the year it was minted. 1965 was a pivotal year in the history of American currency, as it marked the end of the era of silver coinage. Prior to this year, U.S. quarters were made with 90% silver, but due to rising silver prices and concerns about the supply of precious metals, the U.S. Mint made the decision to change the composition of many of its coins. Beginning in 1965, quarters were made with a new composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel, a drastic departure from the silver quarters that had been in circulation for decades. The 1965 quarter is therefore significant for a few reasons. It was the first year that the quarter was made without silver, and it is often considered a turning point in the history of U.S. coinage. This shift from silver to copper-nickel was driven by the need to maintain the integrity of the currency system without inflating the cost of production. While the change was necessary from an economic standpoint, it also meant that earlier quarters, made from precious metals, would eventually become more desirable to collectors. But even though the 1965 quarter itself wasn't made from silver, it remains a highly collectible coin due to certain unique qualities it possesses. The value of the 1965 quarter, like any coin, depends largely on its condition. Most quarters that were in circulation during this time saw significant wear and tear over the years, leading to a decrease in their overall value. Coins that were heavily circulated, scratched, or damaged are usually only worth face value, or at most a few extra dollars. However, when a 1965 quarter is found in excellent condition, particularly one that hasn't been circulated much, it can be worth a great deal more. For those who are serious about collecting U.S. coins, a 1965 quarter that has been preserved in near-perfect or uncirculated condition can fetch a premium price. These coins, often referred to as mint state or gem quality, feature sharp details and retain the original luster from when they were first minted. The better the condition of the coin, the more valuable it becomes. Collectors actively seek out these coins, as they represent an unspoiled snapshot of U.S. coinage history. In addition to condition, one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is the possibility of finding a coin with a rare minting error. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production of the coin, leading to a flaw that makes the coin unique. These errors can range from simple things like misaligned dies to more dramatic issues like double strikes or off-center coins. For collectors, a minting error on a 1965 quarter can make the coin incredibly valuable. One of the most famous errors found on 1965 quarters is the double die variety. Double dies occur when the coin is struck more than once, and as a result, certain details, like the date or lettering, are imprinted multiple times. These double-struck coins are rare and highly prized by collectors because they are anomalies that don't occur frequently. If you happen to find a 1965 quarter with a double die error, you could be holding onto a coin worth much more than its face value. There are also other potential errors that make a 1965 quarter valuable, including off-center strikes in coins that were struck with a misaligned die. These flaws are not only rare but also visually interesting, making them highly desirable for collectors who specialize in error coins. A 1965 quarter with one of these minting errors can be worth far more than an average quarter, depending on the severity and visibility of the flaw. But what about the overall rarity of the 1965 quarter? While millions of these coins were minted, their value is driven by the demand for coins from specific years or with specific features. The 1965 quarter is unique because of its historical significance in marking the end of an era for U.S. coinage. As time goes on, coins like the 1965 quarter will become even more desirable as they become more difficult to find in good condition or with minting errors. This makes the 1965 quarter a great investment for any serious coin collector. So, just how much is a 1965 quarter worth? While most of the circulated coins from 1965 are still worth only a few dollars, certain examples, particularly those in mint condition or with rare minting errors, can command impressive sums. Coins that are graded in mint state condition can sometimes be worth hundreds of dollars, especially if they feature a rare error or were part of a limited mintage. But the highest values are reserved for the truly rare and unique specimens. In one particularly remarkable case, a 1965 quarter with an error was sold for a staggering $86,000. This is an extraordinary price for a quarter, and it highlights just how valuable a rare 1965 coin can be. If you're fortunate enough to come across a 1965 quarter in excellent condition, or one with a rare minting flaw, you could be looking at a coin that's worth far more than its face value of 25 cents. For collectors, the 1965 quarter is a must-have for any collection, not only because of its historical importance but also because of its potential value. Whether you're just getting started in the world of coin collecting or are a seasoned expert, the 1965 quarter offers the perfect combination of history, rarity, and potential for profit. So, keep your eyes peeled the next time you come across a 1965 quarter. It might just be worth much more than you ever imagined, who knows? You might find a hidden gem worth $86,000. Top 2 1974 quarter. At first glance, it seems just like any other. But what if I told you that this quarter could be worth far more than the 25 cents stamped on it? The 1974 U.S. quarter dollar holds an intriguing story, and in some cases, it can be worth an incredible amount of money. Today, let's uncover why this particular quarter is so valuable and how it could be hiding in your pocket or piggy bank, waiting to turn into a small fortune. At first, let's take a step back and look at the history behind the 1974 quarter. The U.S. quarter has a long and fascinating legacy, with the famous portrait of George Washington gracing the front of the coin since 1932. However, it was in 1974 that something noteworthy happened in the world of U.S. coinage that makes the 1974 quarter stand out among the rest. While the design of the coin remained the same, the year holds significance in the context of the U.S. Mint's continued efforts to produce currency that was both durable and cost-effective. By 1974, the U.S. Mint had already transitioned away from using silver in most circulating coins, including the quarter. This was a major shift that began in 1965, as rising silver prices made it too expensive to continue minting silver coins. Instead, the mint adopted a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel for the quarters, a mixture that still holds true to this day. While this change in composition made the coins less valuable in terms of the metal content, it didn't detract from their potential for collectors. Now, why is the 1974 quarter so valuable? Well, the answer lies in several key factors: rarity, condition, and potential minting errors. These are the elements that coin collectors obsess over when hunting for valuable specimens, and the 1974 quarter ticks all the right boxes for certain collectors. The first factor to consider is rarity. While millions of quarters were minted in 1974, not all of them were kept in pristine condition. Most quarters that circulated through everyday transactions were subjected to wear and tear, scratches, dents, discoloration, and other imperfections that diminish the coin's value. But here's the catch: not every 1974 quarter is just another average coin. Some were kept in exceptional condition, either because they were never used or because they were carefully stored by savvy collectors. If you happen to find a 1974 quarter in uncirculated condition, meaning it hasn't been used in everyday transactions and still looks as fresh as the day it was minted, you're looking at a coin that's worth far more than 25 cents. A quarter in mint state, which is the term for coins that are free from wear and have sharp details, can fetch a premium price from collectors who are eager to complete their sets with coins that are in excellent condition. The better the condition, the higher the price. The second factor is the presence of minting errors. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production of the coin, leading to variations or flaws that make the coin unique. These errors are rare and often highly sought after by collectors. For example, a common error on the 1974 quarter is the double die variety. A double die occurs when a coin is struck more than once by the die, causing some of the details, like the date or the lettering, to appear doubled. These errors are incredibly rare and can make a coin much more valuable. Another potential error on a 1974 quarter could be a misaligned die, where the design isn't properly centered on the coin. This flaw creates a coin with an interesting visual appeal, and collectors who specialize in error coins often pay a premium for these specimens. Off-center strikes and other rare minting flaws on the 1974 quarter can significantly increase its value, especially when the error is noticeable and well-preserved. Now that we've covered the rarity and condition factors, let's talk about the overall demand for the 1974 quarter. While quarters from most years are fairly common, there is a certain subset of coin collectors who are particularly interested in specific years, like 1974. Whether it's because of the significance of the year in U.S. coinage history, the minting errors, or simply the rarity of well-preserved specimens, the 1974 quarter is one that's on the radar of many serious collectors. This demand only adds to its value, making it a coin that's worth keeping an eye out for. But what about the real value? How much could you sell a 1974 quarter for, especially if it's in perfect or near-perfect condition, or has a rare minting error? The value can vary depending on the coin's condition, rarity, and error types, but in some cases, the price can be jaw-dropping. It's not uncommon for a high-quality 1974 quarter to fetch hundreds of dollars at auction or in private sales, especially if it has an error that sets it apart from the typical coins in circulation. However, in some extraordinary instances, a 1974 quarter with a rare minting error or in pristine condition can command a price that's nothing short of remarkable. There have been reports of a 1974 quarter being sold for a mind-blowing $80,000. Yes, you read that right, $80,000 for a single quarter. This kind of value is usually reserved for coins with exceptional characteristics, but it serves as a testament to just how valuable the 1974 quarter can be when it possesses those rare qualities that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. So, if you ever come across a 1974 quarter, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. Examine it carefully, check its condition, inspect it for any unusual minting errors, and see if it holds any special characteristics that might make it stand out. Even if you don't find a rare error coin, an uncirculated 1974 quarter can still be a valuable addition to your collection or a great find to sell for a nice profit. In conclusion, the 1974 US quarter dollar is much more than just a piece of currency. It's a valuable collector's item with the potential to be worth a small fortune, thanks to its rarity, condition, and the possibility of minting errors. So next time you stumble upon a 1974 quarter, take a moment to inspect it closely. You might just be holding onto a coin that could be worth $80,000. Happy hunting! Top 3 1979 quarter could be worth far more than its face value of 25 cents? That's right, there's a coin out there from the year 1979 that could potentially be worth thousands of dollars, and today, we're diving into why this particular quarter is so special. Let's start with the basics of the 1979 quarter. As you might know, the U.S. quarter features the famous image of George Washington, a figure that has adorned the front of the coin since 1932. But while the design stayed the same over the decades, the 1979 quarter stands out for several reasons, some of which make it a highly desirable coin among collectors. 1979 was an interesting year for U.S. coinage. In fact, the decade of the 1970s was a transformative period for the mint, which was constantly adjusting to the challenges of inflation, the rising costs of production, and changes in the economic landscape. The 1979 quarter, like many of its contemporaries, was made with a mixture of 75% copper and 25% nickel, a shift that took place in the mid-1960s when the U.S. government decided to eliminate silver from most circulating coins. Now, let's talk about why the 1979 quarter is considered a valuable find. To many people, a quarter from this year might seem like just another common coin, but as it turns out, certain 1979 quarters are far more rare and desirable than you might think. One of the primary reasons collectors are drawn to this particular year is because of the potential for unique and rare errors that can make a 1979 quarter worth a significant amount of money. Minting errors are a huge factor when it comes to coin collecting. Sometimes, when a coin is being struck, something goes wrong in the process, and that results in a coin that has unique characteristics, errors that set it apart from the hundreds of thousands of other coins minted that year. For the 1979 quarter, one of the most well-known errors is the wide rim variety. In this case, the coin has a noticeably larger rim compared to standard quarters from that time. This unique error is incredibly rare, making it a prime target for collectors looking to add special pieces to their collections. Another error that collectors look for is the double die variety. This occurs when the coin is struck multiple times by the die, leading to some of the lettering or design features appearing more than once. Double die errors are highly coveted because they make the coin stand out in a way that normal coins cannot. A 1979 quarter with a double die error can be worth a lot more than its regular counterparts, especially if the error is visible to the naked eye. But what about quarters from 1979 that don't have any errors? Even if a 1979 quarter is in excellent condition with no obvious errors, it can still be a valuable coin. The key is in its preservation. A quarter that has been kept in near-perfect condition, with minimal wear and a fresh, shiny appearance, is worth far more than a coin that has seen a lot of use. Coins that are in what collectors call mint state, those that have been well preserved over the years, can fetch significantly higher prices than coins that have been heavily circulated. Collectors of rare coins are constantly searching for coins in the best possible condition, and a well-maintained 1979 quarter is no exception. Mint state coins are graded based on their level of preservation, with higher grades often meaning higher value. If you're lucky enough to find a 1979 quarter that has been carefully stored or remains in near mint condition, you could be looking at a valuable addition to your collection or a fantastic find to sell to the right buyer. So, what's the actual value of a 1979 quarter? If you're holding a regular 1979 quarter in average condition, you might only be looking at a coin worth its face value of 25 cents. However, if you're lucky enough to find a 1979 quarter with a minting error like the wide rim or double die variety, or if the coin is in perfect or near-perfect condition, you could see its value skyrocket. And the rarest and most highly sought-after 1979 quarters have been known to fetch impressive sums at auctions and private sales. In some exceptional cases, a 1979 quarter with the right characteristics could sell for as much as $74,000. That's right, $74,000 for a single quarter. While it's important to note that this is an extreme example, it highlights just how valuable a rare 1979 quarter can be when it possesses the right features, especially if it's a unique error coin or in pristine condition. For those who are serious about coin collecting, the 1979 quarter is a must-have for any collection. Whether it's a regular issue coin in mint condition, or a rare error coin with a wide rim or double die, this particular quarter has proven to be a hidden gem in the world of numismatics. And the best part? You don't have to be a professional collector to get your hands on one. The 1979 quarter, like many other coins, is out there in circulation, waiting to be discovered by someone with an eye for value. So, next time you find yourself with a handful of change, take a moment to inspect that 1979 quarter carefully. You never know, it might just be a coin that could one day make you a significant profit. Whether it's the rarity of the minting error or the pristine condition it's been kept in, there's a chance that the 1979 quarter in your pocket is worth far more than you could ever imagine. To sum it all up, the 1979 US quarter dollar is a coin with much more value than meets the eye. Whether it's a rare minting error or just a coin in exceptional condition, this quarter is one that collectors are eager to find. And for the lucky few, that find could mean cashing in on a coin worth $74,000. Keep an eye out, you could be sitting on a hidden treasure. Top 5 1995 United States quarter could have a hidden value far beyond what you'd expect. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into why the 1995 quarter is considered a rare and valuable treasure in the world of coin collecting. First, let's start with some background on the 1995 quarter. The $quarter coin, which has been a staple of American currency since 1796, features the image of George Washington, the first President of the United States. This design has been used on the obverse of the quarter since 1932, making it one of the most familiar and iconic images in American coinage. But the 1995 quarter is not just your typical George Washington quarter. In 1995, the U.S. Mint continued producing quarters in the same basic design. The main distinguishing feature of the coin was the year of issue, as the Mint produced billions of these coins to meet the public demand for circulation. But as time passed, collectors began to notice something remarkable about certain 1,995 quarters. Some of them weren't like the others. These coins contained rare minting errors and unique characteristics that set them apart from their more common counterparts, making them incredibly valuable. One of the key factors that makes a 1995 quarter so desirable to collectors is its potential for errors. Coin errors are often the result of mistakes made during the minting process. These errors can include things like off-center strikes, doubled die designs, or even misaligned dies. When these mistakes happen, the result is a coin that is drastically different from the rest. This is where the value begins to rise, as collectors hunt for these unique errors to complete their collections. The 1995 quarter is no exception. One of the most coveted errors in the world of coin collecting is the doubled die error. This occurs when the coin is struck multiple times by the die, resulting in doubled or distorted images, especially on the lettering or the design. If you were to find a 1995 quarter with a noticeable doubled die error, you could be looking at a coin that is worth far more than its face value. This is because error coins are considered rarities in the numismatic world, and they can command substantial prices at auction. A 1995 quarter with a doubled die error can be sold for hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars depending on the severity and visibility of the mistake. But what if you have a 1995 quarter with no obvious errors? Does that mean it's worth nothing? Not quite. Even without errors, certain factors can still increase the value of the coin. One of the most important things collectors look for is the condition of the coin. The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins that are in excellent or uncirculated condition, free from scratches, dents, or signs of wear, are much more desirable to collectors. This is especially true for coins from specific years like 1995, where the supply of uncirculated coins becomes rarer as time passes. For a 1995 quarter to be considered in mint state, it would need to exhibit minimal wear, sharp details, and clear lettering. A well-preserved 1995 quarter in mint condition can be worth much more than a coin that has been heavily circulated. This is because collectors value pristine coins as they're harder to find, especially the older a coin gets. A 1995 quarter in perfect condition is certainly a prize for any collector looking to complete their collection of modern coins, but perhaps the most surprising thing about the 1995 quarter is that, in certain cases, even a regular, error-free quarter from this year can be worth an eye-popping amount. While the majority of these coins may only be worth a couple of dollars or even just face value, there are some exceptional examples of 1995 quarters that have been known to fetch a staggering amount of money at auctions. And that leads us to the exciting part: just how much is a 1995 quarter really worth? In some rare instances, a 1995 quarter has been sold for as much as $70,000. Yes, that's $70,000 for a single quarter. While such high-value sales are exceptional and not the norm, they demonstrate the incredible potential value of this coin when it's in the right condition or has the right characteristics, such as an error or unique feature. This could be due to a minting flaw, or it could be the result of a well-preserved coin that stands out from the rest. So, how can you determine if your 1995 quarter is one of these rare finds? The first step is to carefully inspect the coin for any errors. Look for signs of doubling in the date or the lettering. Check the rim and the alignment of the design. Any irregularities could indicate a valuable error coin. Then, assess the condition of the coin. If it's in mint or near mint condition, it's more likely to fetch a higher price. You can also have the coin professionally graded by a numismatic expert, which will provide an official assessment of its condition and rarity, even if your 1995 quarter doesn't turn out to be one of the ultra-rare error coins, it still holds value. With a bit of luck, you may have stumbled upon a coin that's worth far more than its face value. And if you're an avid collector or looking to get into the hobby, the 1995 quarter offers a fascinating opportunity to add something special to your collection. In conclusion, the 1995 United States quarter is a coin that shouldn't be underestimated. While it may look like just another run-of-the-mill quarter, it holds the potential to be a valuable asset in the right conditions. Whether it's due to a rare minting error, an exceptional level of preservation, or just its sheer rarity, this coin can be worth a small fortune. If you happen to have a 1995 quarter in your pocket or collection, take a moment to appreciate its potential value. It could be worth $70,000. Who knows, that simple quarter could be the key to unlocking a hidden treasure.